Yo!
Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. 1995, the podcast, the Hip Hop Minded Podcast for millennials. We got sports, music, fashion, sneakers, dating, culture, everything that you want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
From the late 20-somethings, early 30-somethings, the late 30-somethings, and everybody else.
Whatever.
Today, man, I got two of my other co-hosts, members of the 1995 team. My brothers from another. We got E and Rio. Let's give it up, E and Rio.
What up?
What's good, y'all? What's good?
Also, I got my nephew today. He's gonna be tuning in, helping us out, keeping us young and fresh. We got my nephew Nico. He's not gonna be on the show, but give us a shout out. Come say what up, Nick. Nico, come say what up.
Yo, I heard y'all wanted to talk to me, so I'm here.
What's up, bro?
Brody.
Cool.
All right, so today we got the hip hop episode. We're going to give you a couple of things to look forward to. 2019 albums of the year. We also going to be talking about top 5 dead or alive and a couple of other things.
Crazy list. Everybody got a crazy
As
top
you,
5.
That's facts. As you know, you can follow me on Instagram at Scooter the God. You can follow me on Twitter, Mike G. Luciano. We're on currently 8 platforms: Apple, Stitcher, SoundCloud. Just type up 1995 the podcast, and you'll pop right out. YouTube and SoundCloud as well. Also, we want to get a quick shout out to Mystery Street Recordings. That's where we're broadcasting from.
Yes.
Chicago, Illinois. My engineer, the fabulous Jeremy. What up, bro?
Fabulous Jeremy. What's up, Pop?
All right, so guys, give a quick introduction. Get your social media handle so everybody know where to follow you guys at.
Yo, what's up? This E. Instagram, y'all can follow me. Check E out. That's check _ E _ out. Twitter, Root of Ali, Willie Childress. I'm on there all the time talking crazy. I'll just be having fun. But yeah, I'm here to party. Let's go.
Plug what you do too as well, man, because we are.
Check E out. So I'm.
Tell them about what you got going, bro.
I got personal training. So I know for the new year, new me, people. You want to get your mind right, you want to get your body right, you just want to feel good about yourself. You can hit me up at Check E Out on Instagram. It's a personal / fitness page for right now. But yeah, I got fitness tips, workout plans, food suggestions, and also personal training. So hit me up, DM me, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? New year, new you, new mind, new body. So
he's legit too.
Yeah.
He's legit too. Tell him what's up, Rio, about you.
Yo, what's up out there, man? My name Rio. You can follow me on IG at co_Ray. And on Facebook is Ray Alexander. We here to talk about this hip hop. And I'm going to plug myself. I still think I'm one of the best shooting guards in Chicago.
I knew he was about to say that. Hey, he will give you a quick 20-piece, and he's going to hit. Hey, every time I dish it to him, he knock it down.
On 4 steps.
That's my point guard over there, Rod Strickland, man.
Oh man,
20 points on 4.
Stop it! I'm really a combo, but that's a whole nother discussion for another episode. All right, so fellas, what y'all been listening to this week?
Oh man,
fourth quarter weather, fourth quarter releases.
Fourth quarter weather is getting cold. So
what y'all been banging? Old, new, whatever. What y'all been banging in the car?
As far as
in the crib.
As far as new stuff, it's been a few things that came out last couple weeks that kind of caught my eye. That French Montana. Mean, it's called Montana, but it's decent. The French is what you think French is gonna give you. He's gonna give you those club bangers. He gonna give you some dope beats.
I know this is like a double disc too. It's like a side A and side B.
But then like side B is kind of like stuff you already heard on there. They got No Shopping on there.
No
got
Shopping.
Like the other Drake joint.
The joint with Kodak was on there.
Yeah. This is like all the little singles that dropped.
Facts.
Of course, we bumping that Griselda. That might be one of the hardest albums on her.
The Griselda,
the group project.
What was Machine Gun Do? That's what you've been bumping in the club?
Yeah, that Dub C Dub. Like, it's just crazy. You can't even. I got a new song a new favorite every day.
Yeah.
It's just bars after bars. Like they probably the hardest group out, or the you know what I'm saying, group of individuals out right now.
Facts.
Currency and Smoke Dizza. I know they go under the radar around, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, unless you like a real hip hop head, you probably won't know about it, but that's like a solid, you know what I'm saying, 9-10 track album, I think. A few skits on there, so it's really like 7 songs, but they all bump, like they vibe together. They got like a couple projects out. That Fat Joe got his last little CD out with Dre from Cool and Dre, the producers. That's decent. It's I don't like Dre. Like Dre can't really rap to me. You know what I'm saying? So like the fact I feel like he had
He made all them damn beats.
yeah,
on that
I mean
album,
the beast was cool, but
He ain't never slacking on that.
he can't really rap to me, and then they just gave him like too much. It's
But
like
think about it like this. What about like back in the day when you had like albums like Eric B. and Rakim, you had Gangstar, Premier, Guru, you know what I'm saying? You had groups like that where you had basically an in-house producer that didn't rap, but now he actually giving you a couple of bars. Is it because you don't want to hear his bars?
he just can't rap to me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get like the ones that actually can vibe with you. I feel like he don't vibe like, you know what I'm saying, like a rapper should, or a motherfucker who don't even rap. It's just like it's almost fabricated to me. You know what I'm saying? Like but I mean the beats is dope. You know what I'm saying? Remy on there, I think Cardi on there.
Yeah. He got some good features on there.
Yeah, he got some dope features on there. He
I like Cardi on what's the joint with her and then the Spanish guy, the kid, yes.
She banged that out.
Cardi,
Cardi's gonna,
I love Cardi verses.
She gonna lace
they always go
everything she
tough.
do. But
all the time.
This is supposed to be Fat Joe's last album, I guess. So I don't know.
I hope
if
not,
a lot
man.
of
Crack
people,
is consistent, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Crack is like the Frank Gore
real
rap.
hip hop heads. You know they go
the Frank
honor.
Gore rap.
You look up and he got a bunch
you
of
gotta
yards.
think,
Like, oh
like-
shit, this motherfucker got like 13,000 yards.
Fat Joe can still he's
Like-
still pumping out hit singles like year after year. Like you be like, damn, like
Crack was
okay,
always
this
in
is nice.
Grammar school.
It might not
still
hit.
busting.
It may not be number one on the Billboard, but
But
it's
he would
gonna
have number
bang.
one singles too, though.
And for the fact that he been rapping for almost 30 years, you know what I'm saying? Like
Facts. We gotta get you
it's
in,
a
real.
minute.
What you been listening to this week?
Go ahead.
This week, man, I just been listening to like 38 Special. I know a lot of people probably don't really know who he is, but upstate New York rapper. Kind of.
I would say you
with
probably
Griselda.
are the most underground out of our ears.
He really
We
is.
transition between underground and a lot of popular shit.
Yeah, Rio be listening to a lot of
shit or
stuff.
whatever,
Like
but-
me and Mike, we divvy, but Rio he get down.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect blend, man. So with Special, I've been listening to like 38 samples of Raw and 5 Shots. A couple tapes he cat out.
Yeah.
Real solid bars, beats.
Now, if you do like bars or whatever, 38 Special, he's from like upstate New York, Rochester, New York. He does have bars. So if you somebody that does want to like divvy into that shit, jump right in. He usually fucks with the Griselda guys, Benny, the Butcher, Westside Gunn,
Yeah,
people
so
like
he's
that.
like,
But yeah,
you
check
know,
him out.
They cousin pretty much.
Also, Currency, Fire in the Clouds. I like that album.
was
I think
dope. That was a
Harry
nice
Fraud did real
I'm
good
sorry,
on
by the
those
way.
beats.
Correction. Special's not from Rochester. He's from Syracuse.
It's upstate.
I just like
It's all
I just
upstate.
like being accurate.
Yeah,
you know,
it's upstate,
y'all know
though.
I'm a stickler for that. But
But yeah, Fire in the Clouds is crazy. Harry Fraud did a good job on the beats. You know, it's kind of what you listen to. Currency, you know, you get used to him being laid back.
I love Harry Fraud
Cars in the
production.
Whip. Yep. Good whip
Always.
music.
I love his work with French and Action.
Yeah, he
Absolutely.
worked
Yeah,
real well
yeah,
with
he
them.
worked
Like
real well
he
with
got a
them.
lot of artists that he know how to get out.
His
with.
percussion, like his drums or like his drum strikes are like the cadence on them are just like ridiculous.
Exactly.
And then of course, man, I gotta throw my guy Benny in there, man.
Benny the
all
Butch.
his projects.
Benny.
just Google
All
Benny
of them.
and just
Google,
listen to everything.
Type in
Facts.
Benny the Bush.
Albums,
Facts.
tapes, whatever the case may be.
Everything,
So that's what's
YouTube.
going on this week, man.
He the one of the hottest dudes out right now.
Some facts.
Oh God.
All right, man. Getting to a real topic. It's a topic. Who is your favorite current guys in the game? And I guess I'll kick it off or whatever. You get one lyrical guy, and you get like one like non-lyrical guy or whatever. So I guess with mine's my lyrical dude right now would be Benny the Butcher. Oh my goodness. You seen the work he put out the last couple of years, like he doesn't have a whack verse. And that was big. Like when we were kind of like coming up, the big thing was like not to have a whack verse. And when you had a dude that like never had a whack verse, whatever, and you'd be like, damn, this motherfucker ain't gonna never come whack. That was like big.
No matter what beat he on.
But I love that about Benny, the consistency, the particular sonic agreement that him and Derringer have on the beat is ridiculous. So I gotta say Benny for that, and I gotta say like my non-lyrical favorite guy in the game right now has gotta be hands down Lil Baby.
Yeah, you love Lil
Bro,
Baby.
I love Lil Baby, man. The consistency or whatever from how he popped out on that QC1 album. He was like the star or whatever. And Nico, I remember we was talking about that. We was like, who was the star of QC1? The star was Lil Baby. The star of QC2 was, Duke Deuce or whatever. And we'll probably talk about that on the episode with Nico or whatever. But long story short, man, Lil Baby has been consistent. All the mixtapes he's dropped or whatever. 2017, 2018, the joint he had with Gunna last year was dope. I wanted to see him more on QC2, but he was on QC2 or whatever. The back on joint, the joint with him and the baby. Mm-hmm. Man, anything that boy touched or whatever, it's just like it just turned to gold. And I just sonically, I like what he has to offer, and I feel like he kind of reminds me of Future, how like when he says something, whatever, you just feel the authenticity of it, whatever. And just the swag, like his drip is fucking... Yeah, I always gonna fuck with motherfuckers with drip. Like, that was the motherfuckers I always like, even as a shorty, whatever. Like, motherfuckers with drip and like that laid back persona, whatever, like it always just... Yeah. It fit, like it fit. I felt like I was looking at a reflection of myself, so I like motherfuckers like that. Yeah. Like, we all got them friends that like, they might like just straight grimy ass niggas because they rob people or whatever, or they just like guys of the underworld. But then you also got like your guys who don't like nothing like that. They might like just some different type of rap or whatever. Something that's more like a little bit different. But I always like people with drip or whatever. But you got who's your one in your other?
Yo, my favorite current guy is Gibbs. I mean,
Freddie.
The reason why I like Freddie Gibbs is because he pretty much can rap on anything, any kind of beat. He got his own flow from Gary, so he got that Midwest swag to him. And I mean, I haven't really heard him come whack on nothing, so I'm definitely feeling his right now. Yeah. And that shit with Madlib is crazy. So
and Bandana
it's nuts.
Is a monster. Like, it's one of the best things I probably heard in a minute.
I mean, sonically, all that. We're gonna touch on that in a minute too.
Yeah. So who your ratchet?
Future is my ratchet go-to forever. Like, no matter what, like this dude drop. I don't know what it is with this guy for me, but he just like, he's the perfect mix of almost like the street dude, but then he can go be like the club nigga. But he also got flow, and if you listen to him, he kind of got bars too. So I just mess with him. Yeah, he go crazy on pretty much everything he be on that he touched.
Hey, that brings me to a real question, man. Like this is like a big question. Like, is Future a GOAT?
I would say so.
Facts. I think so.
Yeah, Future's a GOAT. Like, a lot of people look up to Future. Like, you know what I'm saying? DS, you know what I'm saying? DS and DS2. Like, a lot of people just grew up off those albums or wanted to, you know what I'm saying, rap off those albums, or even, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers say they want to try lean because Future did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as far as just bars and just putting people on, just the style in Atlanta, like, you gotta say Future's a GOAT. Like, as far as the sound right now, it's just like saying Chief Keef not a GOAT, and he done birthed pretty much 90% of these new niggas.
That's facts. You know that's facts. Like, and we're gonna get into that GOAT session in a minute, but Future's definitely a GOAT. There's no way around it. There's no way around it.
GOAT, and he's definitely the GOAT of having shorties, because this man got like,
I mean, he got a whole squad.
Hey, that's right.
Like a whole football and a half team. G,
man. Like, Atlanta Falcons, but who's your one who's not ratchet, but who's your one like non-lyrical dude, and who's your lyrical dude that you like did you think I top of the game right now?
Top of the game right now, maybe not the top of course I'm gonna say Kendrick then. Because I mean, if we talking about just overall,
just off what he's already released, because Kendrick hasn't really came out with like
okay, so right now,
super recent.
Right now, no,
I don't know if that really matters, but if you think he's reigning in people
that's what I'm saying.
dropped recently,
I was trying to get the different like. So if we talking about just like recently, then as far as like the
recent within
right
the
now,
last 2 to 3 years, who you think has been more
for me personally? I mean,
up
I
to
like
this
East.
point right now.
I like Dave East. Like
Dave East is your but this is your favorite.
Yeah, just like my personal favorite. Like
Okay.
like I've been on East like before he really like signed to Nas. He was doing like the little mixtapes or whatever, and then I forgot he was blacking out on the Chirac beat with that Nicki and Herbo had did, and it was just like I was
that
just
Hate
drawn.
Me Now tape.
Yeah, Hate Me Now. And I was
he caught a body on that.
I was drawn to it, and I was just like, man, and it's just like he brought that East Coast feel back. Like I'm from Chicago, but I feel like majority of my sound and what I like comes from over East, on the East Coast, New York or Philly. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he embodied all of that. And then he signed with Nas, you know what I'm saying, Mass Appeal. And I was just like, oh my God, like sky's the limit for him. You know what I'm saying? And he just dropped his first official album. Mm-hmm. Everything else been like, you know what I'm saying, mixtapes or whatever. Yeah. But East, he's as far as a lyrical dude, like, and that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? He's an embodiment of that. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a long way to go as far as just like, you know what I'm saying, putting his career together and all that other stuff. But overall, like he can body some shit.
Who's your one non-lyrical dude that you think is like your favorite,
right
top
now,
of his game, all that?
Right now, I would say the Baby.
Oh,
the Baby,
but man, Baby got bars to be.
Baby
got bars.
Well,
cadence, flow, bars.
But he's still kind of like
Baby be ripping shit to me.
I put him. He
I
do.
know
But I
people,
put
you
him
got
like
people that say they don't, but Baby be going
Baby,
in.
I was gonna say Future then, but he, you know what I'm saying, Rio had already said Future, so I'm like, all right. So the Baby, he kind of like on the border to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he can spit, but it ain't like. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Cole. It's not Kendrick. Like as far as like spitters,
right?
Or East, or like, you know what I'm saying? But he's that.
Over other people's weird ass classifications.
If you're gonna put
not based on Nas, but other people's.
If you're gonna put Baby in the new realm of spitting or whatever, how motherfuckers be rapping now, then he would be up there. You know what I'm saying? As one of the best, because like dude can go.
Yeah.
And I don't even be a lot of these new guys, like I pass on them or whatever because everybody sound the same. Mm-hmm. But the Baby, he be ripping some shit on everything.
All right, we definitely got to get to it. 2019 has been a good year for music. There's been some that were better than others, but everybody here is going to give their top 5 albums of 2019 rap albums. E, this time you kick it off. We're going to swing the pendulum to you.
E, okay. My 5, no particular order. Rio touched on Freddie Gibbs. I say Bandana has to be in the top 5 between the beats, subject matter, and the bars alone. It's just a complete album. Him and Madlib, they always do a crazy job just on presenting the music or whatever, just like on Pinata. You know what I'm saying? I was just almost just as good as the album, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a few longer songs or whatever, but
Freddie Gibbs and Madlib go together like
it's crazy.
Shitty 10-team sports parlays played in Vegas that don't win. They go perfect together.
What's the show that be on YouTube and they be in like what's it called Tiny? They be like in there rapping. Tiny Desk. Freddie was on there. Tiny Desk was about 12 minutes or whatever. He did like 3 songs, and the shit was amazing, dog. Mm-hmm. And it was, Lib was right there, and it's like you can tell what type of bond they had because at the end he kind of leaned in on him, and like kind of like gave him like a little peck on the cheek or whatever. But that's like some brotherly love type shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you know what type of
they always had chemistry sonically, but you can tell that. You could tell when people like in all types of whether it's art, sports, whatever. You could tell when people's connections or whatever is friendly initially, but the success, whatever, it makes it better.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you can hit a growth.
You could see why they friends or whatever. It just feels organic when they put shit together.
Facts.
Absolutely.
I would say in number 2, no particular order, of course, Rhapsody, Eve. I feel like first of all, Rhapsody can probably out-rap anybody anybody in this game. And if you ain't on Rap City, she been in the game for a long time, North Carolina. She fuck with Knife Wonder, Lil Brother, Kendrick. She was the only feature on To Pimp a Butterfly? The second joint. She was the only feature on that. You know what I'm saying? Only person got credit, and she deserves it. And I feel like Eve was just, it's an embodiment of bars, and as far as like uplifting women too, because you don't have a lot of, you have more women rapping now. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to people like Cardi and Nicki or whatever. It's just like a plethora of them. Like you can't even keep up now.
You know what Rhapsody remind me of?
Ooh.
She reminds me of like Jean Grey, like 2.0.
Yeah. I feel like Jean Grey and Jean Grey was my favorite. Like when she came out with Genius, and like that's a classic, and I still can't even find that damn CD nowhere.
Shorty talented as hell,
but
absolutely.
She I don't know what happened. Like the music changed. She like it just sound weird now.
Facts.
It's like it's unorthodox.
Who's your other three?
Other three, I would say. Of course, I got Griselda. I already touched on that.
The album, the Griselda album.
Yeah, the one that just came out.
The compilation.
WWCD. Yeah. Like it's just powerful.
And you know that just came out in 2019. It's had some good music. So
yeah,
what you saying that?
I
saying
feel
a
like,
lot.
I feel like I mean I did like a run through like everything that came out like 2019. Like it's been some heat, but it ain't nothing that's just like I want to just play over and over and over again. I feel like between like whenever this came out, what is it, like a few weeks ago? Like that's all I've been playing. Mm-hmm. We got Ross, Port of Miami 2. Mm-hmm. That was a banger. Ross came hard with it. Pause. He came hard with it. I mean, and Ross is Ross. Like he gonna give you them beats. He gonna give you them mafioso bars. He's top 5 in the game. You can make an argument that Rick Ross is top 5 in the game. You know what I'm saying? Just based off bars and projects alone. And I would say my last one would be YBN Cordae. You know what I'm saying? He young dude or whatever. And I feel like
I like that
he's a mix of the younger generation and the olders. You know what I'm saying? Almost kind of like, I'm not even going to say a Nas, but he's like real, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even soulful, but he's just like, he cool. He's not talking about drugs. He's not talking about like violence or whatever. He just spitting. And to have that from a young guy in this day and age when everybody's talking about lean pills, you know what I'm saying? Cars, whips, everything. Like just to have that and the project that he put out, it just speaks for itself. So I would say those are my top 5. Maybe I'm missing some, but those are like the most I done probably listen to.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's yours. I mean, there's been so many albums this year. It's actually been kind of hard to choose from.
Shoot your 5. Real, shoot your 5.
My 5, I'm gonna start with. It's not really an album. It's kind of like a tape. It's in the series. I'm gonna go with Hitler 7 from West Side Gun. Man, basically, with Hitler 7 was like, if you follow West Side Gun or if you don't and you want to follow him, he's like Fly. Like he all about the like
Fly Lord.
The marketing and, you know, his bars are solid, but his beat selection is probably like one of the best in the game. I mean, Westside Gun can pick beats probably in his sleep. Like, it's just so soulful, all the boom bap you need to hear. So that's a good underground little tape for everybody to check out.
A lot of times, really being a great artist is beat picking.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Thanks. It makes a whole difference in your career.
That's a whole nother like
topic.
Like wormhole to get into. But beat picking
has a
lot to do with being like a great artist.
Yeah, because if you nice enough on a beat, we start to look at your beat selection because we know you can spit. So it's like, okay, what are they rapping on now? Because we ain't gonna worry about the bar. So that's on that. But let's keep it moving. Yeah. Bandana, of course. E touched
Freddie,
on that.
boy.
Freddie Gibbs, my boy. What I like about Bandana, it was pretty much like organic. You know what I mean? Like you could tell the growth between Madlib and Gibbs from Pinata. It was to the point where it was like, okay, these dudes was meant to be together, which is so weird because usually don't nobody know where Madlib is at. Like he don't come out and be on social media or none of that. We probably seen Madlib the most this year than we ever seen him since he been making beats. And he been around for a while for those that don't know. So yeah, that album is dope sonically and lyrically, so check that out. I'm going to go number 3, Port of Miami 2. E touched on that. The thing I like most about Port of Miami 2 is Ross had went through a lot of shit this year as far as like some like health issues and stuff like that. So for him to come bounce back and be able to, you can hear the growth on the album. A lot of lyrics, a lot of like stories, and he's talking about certain subject matter.
Yeah.
Beats are always there. We don't worry about that with Ross.
Yeah.
So that Port
Ross
of
is
Miami too,
definitely
check
one of
that out.
the best beat pickers of all time.
Definitely.
We're gonna touch on the number 4, Crash Talk, Schoolboy Q.
Ooh, I forgot about that one.
I did.
In fact,
We'll get to that, though.
that was.
It was kind of a slept on joint. Q always been solid to me. Consistent. I never really had a problem with anything Q's dropped.
TDE.
His beat selection was pretty solid. He talking about some things on here, you know, that some hood stuff and stuff like that. So check out Crash Talk, man. And it's kind of condensed. I want to say it's like 11 tracks. I don't even think it's that long.
Yeah.
So check
like
that out.
12, like 11, 12.
And my last, I'm going super Philly. Dark Low, American Made.
You might be the only one that's probably heard it from front to back.
That's why I need to get it out there so people will know.
Yeah.
That joint is dark.
Front
though,
to back is crazy. It's dark, but if you really want to hear like, imagine if
I wasn't
Beans was
expecting that
still,
pick either, that selection either.
at all.
imagine if Beans was still like on it. You can kind of get that feel from this album, even though they're separate artists. Low bring that grind, but he also bring like, it's a little bit of wit in there. Beats are hard everywhere. You don't gotta skip a track. It's something to check out. So Dark Low, American Made, man, and that's my 5, man.
All right, 5 albums of the year for 2019 for me. My number 1, I think the best album of the year, personally, arguably is that Rick Ross Port of Miami 2.
Can't argue that.
Yeah, okay.
Sonically, Ross has been head and shoulders above his competition as far as his executive producing on his own albums, how he select beats, things that he knows going to be perfect for him and his features. The joint with him and Drake was fire. The joint with him and Gunplay. Well, Gunplay damn near sounds damn near sounds like King Louis on that verse.
Gunplay bodied that joint.
He
That's
bodied that
third,
verse.
That shit was like, and I'm a Gunplay fan. Like,
Yeah,
motherfuckers
me
sleep
too.
on Gunplay.
601 and Snort,
Yeah.
one of my favorite
like
mixtapes.
minus the cocaine and shit. Like, Gunplay.
He go hard.
Yeah, boss.
he
Like,
do,
yeah,
man.
he do.
Ross,
he bodied that
Ross
shit. I
was in
forgot
his,
all about
Ross
that
was in
verse.
his bag that album.
Yeah.
Definitely. Number 2, I gotta say Benny Plugs I Met dropped this summer. It was a shorter album. I'm a fan of short albums. Short albums is like the thing to me. Great features. That one with Black Thought. That feature with Black Thought. My goodness.
That was crazy.
The joint with him and Pusha T.
He had Black Thought talking grimy.
Crazy.
Crazy. I'm like, gee, you on Channel 5. You right, you got a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be out here.
Anybody to bring the grimy out of Thought, that's
Right,
just it.
exactly.
Facts.
I never heard Thought
That's
like
my
that.
number 2. Number 3 is Schoolboy, Crash Talk.
Talk.
That was a great album. Schoolboy was in his bag just like he was on Oxymoron. Oh man, Future, The Wizard is number 4 of my albums of the year. Man,
Wizard was cold.
just the whole vibes of that.
I couldn't decide between Wizard and Ross.
F&N,
As
Crushed
far-
Up, that whole album, that really got my whole year started right. And I was like right before it, Nip had passed or whatever. Unfortunately, that's right when that album had dropped. But my number 5 album is with that Wiz and Currency, that 2009 album. That was big.
cold.
I went to that Wiz
went to the
and
concert.
Currency show.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yeah, that was
and
dope,
they did the album front to back. They did the How Fly joint front to back, and then after that they did 2009 front to back, and they were just flawless. They did a damn good job, and that made me like the album even more. When I see people perform it live, that makes me like the album even more. But quick little interjection. We meant to get to this earlier, and my apologies for not doing it, but we want to say R.I.P. to Juice WRLD.
Rest in peace, bro.
Chicago legend.
Sad thing.
One of the most talented young brothers out in this game. Our condolences go to his family. It's unfortunate what happened. We hate to see us lose such a talented brother that was there. He talked about his battles with mental health and situations like that, and we hate to lose somebody that may have had a voice that could help with that with our youth. Right. So we want to say R.I.P. to Juice WRLD. Definitely, we're not gonna do this platform and not say that.
Right.
But yeah, that's my 5 albums of the year, fellas.
That's a nice 5 too.
Man, appreciate that. Let's get to the nitty gritty. This is episode 2, 1995, and we got to get right to it.
Let's get to the meat.
Let's make it as short as we
Get to the
can
meat and
possible.
Let's get to the heart.
Let's get the meat and potatoes.
Top 5 dead or alive.
We definitely want to touch on this. This is gonna spark a lot of interest by a lot of
Rio,
y'all
you kick it
listening.
off. Give me your top 5 dead or
Kick it
alive.
off.
You know
Yeah.
what? We gonna have
People
so
like
many people mad at
Freddie.
us.
Yeah, it's gonna be some people, man.
And that's why this shit is gonna
Freddie
be beautiful.
Gibbs.
It's gonna be some people, but for real, like,
Not your favorite.
not my favorites. This is my
Top 5 dead or
five.
alive. Shoot.
But DOAs, I'm gonna go Nas always. For
Let's
real,
go.
just because the legend. I'm gonna touch on him later. Nas.
Pause.
We want to go pause that. So straight pause. We want to go
These guys.
Gibbs right now. Gibbs is crazy. I think anybody that's willing and able to hop on any kind of soundscape and go crazy and body it
Gibbs on top 5 dead or alive.
right now, yeah, man. I
That's
gotta
it.
throw him in there. Jay, I mean, what more can I say? Literally, like, no pun intended, but Jay, man, I don't even need to go into Jay right now.
Right.
You ranking these, right?
Nah, I'm just no particular order.
I was hoping you was ranking them, but hey.
Oh, if I'm ranking
I was
it,
hoping
Jay
you
on
said
top.
Oh,
Like Gibbs is
Jay.
too.
All right, we ranking them then. Jay Nas.
Like,
Jay Nas, my
okay,
bad.
Jay, yeah, that's better.
Jay Nas, Gibbs.
Whew.
And then for my 5th, man, I'm going to go Jada. And the reason why I'm going to say
Okay.
Jada, man, is because Jada has been so consistent.
death.
You cannot name me probably any time where Jada had a whack 16.
We talked about that earlier.
I don't think
Facts.
anybody can sit up here and be like, man, that verse was trash. Like, no.
Right.
Like a trash verse, like it may have been like, all right, this is okay.
It might have been up to Jada's
it might
standards,
have
but
Jada's
it was still a head above niggas in the game.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
That's my top 5 DOA right now, man.
Go ahead, E. Top 5 dead or alive. Not
Top
your favorite,
5,
but
right.
who you think the top 5 dead or alive out of all the great rappers we've had, all the great MCs
rappers.
we
Okay,
had.
I got you. No particular order. I'm not ranking these. Our Jay and Nas, we already touched on that. Them niggas is legends, goats, or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course,
We've all shared similar opinions with that.
Pac and Big. When I rank or when I pick, I'm basing it off influence. I'm better basing it off, you know what I'm saying, how the culture perceived them, how, you know, albums was, bars was, impact, not just, you know, no album sales, no none of that. Like Pac and Big is up there. And I personally think Nas and Jay have surpassed them, you know what I'm saying, probably years ago. But we not even finna talk about that today because I probably have some mad people at me.
You're going to have people mad at you anyway. So
Anyway, exactly.
Speak your
but,
truth.
Last one, no ranking. I'm putting Kendrick up there.
Kendrick in your top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5 DOA, bro.
That's interesting.
I feel like, and it's early. It's really early to say that, but I feel like if he continues on the same run that he's doing, as far as the projects he's dropping, like he's gonna be up there. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, of course, Aubrey's gonna be up there, Drake's gonna be up there, whatever. As far as like these top 5, Biggie and Pac, and those are gonna get replaced eventually. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
But if anybody was to replace them, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, you have to put Kendrick up there. Like between, you know, Good Kid, Mad City. His second album was To Pimp a Butterfly, and I feel like to drop that type of album on as your sophomore album, that's got to take like a lot of guts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the shit sold. It should have more impact probably than the first album. And then he dropped Damn and just went crazy. And with Kendrick, it's like he don't, you know, he just vanished off the face of the earth. Like he'll do his shit, he'll do his tours, and then he gone. And then he'll come back and be even more crazy, like do even bigger numbers. And that's just crazy because he don't even have to rap on nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's just his name alone speaks for itself. And I feel like between bars, between structure, substance, what he talks about, like he's up there as my top 5. He's in my top 5 most definitely.
All right, my unequivocal top 5. Unequivocal. Like the college football playoffs say, my unequivocal top 5 dead or alive is Nas and Jay are 1A and 1B. A lot of people flip.
Who's 1B?
It's Jay. But like, now, this is the thing. Like, I kind of look at it like if you look at like talent, or if you look at like athletes or whatever, because sports and athletics are damn near same thing, one and the same. If you look at it like that, then Jay is like Walter Payton, and like Nas is like Bo Jackson, like the greatest talent ever.
I got you.
And Jay is like one of the greatest talents ever, but also the best to do it, like the longevity, everything, the versatility, all of that or whatever. So I kind of look at them like they're both like GOAT 1A and GOAT 1B. So, and that's a whole nother wormhole we could say.
And sorry to cut you off. So if we're doing 1A and 1B, would you say Drake is like Jay and then Kendrick is like a Nas almost?
That's a damn good question. There's some similarities, definitely.
Yeah.
There's definitely some similarities as far as how they appeal to people. Absolutely.
Yeah. Comparing the two. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, 1A and 1B is Nas and Jay. And you got to also remember the era we grew up in when we went to high school, all that affects our top fives as opposed to some of our listeners that are a little older and a little younger.
Yeah.
3, Pac. Pac changed the game. Pac was one of the most, he was like the Renaissance man. He's like the Leonardo da Vinci of our time as far as a MC, a rapper, a black star is concerned. The fucking swag, the albums, you can easily say Pac had 5 classics. Easily.
You can.
Easily. 4 is Big, and Big would be up higher, but I kind of got to use Notorious B.I.G. with the Gail Sayers rule, the Terrell Davis rule. So it's like, it's unfortunate we lost Big when we did, but Big only came out with 2 albums. And those 2 albums, he was phenomenal. But you can't penalize people who had longer production, even though the unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah.
Like we know Gail Sayers and Terrell Davis did their thing in them short windows. But you can't put it on Barry Sanders. It's his fault. And his longevity and Emmitt Smith's longevity. And they just had more to put out.
Yeah.
But so otherwise Big will probably easily be higher because off the talent level alone and the movement that Bad Boy started. But Big is 4. And then 5, I got to go with LL. That's tough. But if you think about it, there's no Jay at 40. There's no Nas at 40. There's no Jay at 40. Before that, all the old heads that was like turning 40, with the exception of LL and Too Short, they was done.
Yeah.
Now you got people that are in their 40s and they flourishing. LL, along with Too Short, they extended the time frame. You know, made it more like rock and R&B or whatever, where you can still tour at 45. You can still tour at 50. That changed hip hop. Real shit. Too Short and LL. But yeah, LL's discography, him being able to be fire in multiple eras, LL is number 5.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's
real quick. Give y'all favorite 5s. This has nothing to do with y'all top 5. Give y'all favorite 5s.
I kick it out
and kind of get the people why, because people gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
And then when you say why, they're gonna be like, okay.
I'm gonna say my first one's Jada, top 5. Never had a weak verse to me.
Facts.
Never had a weak verse.
He never had a weak verse. Facts.
Never. One may be mediocre, but it's never a weak verse, and he's still honored to this day, 20 years later. Fab, you gotta put Fab up there, top 5 DOA. He's still dropping stuff right now. The last joint he just dropped, it was cool. I feel like it was more on the emo side. I don't know if he was trying to get back with Emily or what. Yo, you notice they post pictures every day now.
Going crazy.
We usually seeing Emily once a quarter. So 4 times a year probably. But they posting everything now. Joe Budden. I'm putting Joe Budden.
That's number 4 for you?
That's 3. I'm putting Joe Budden up in that. If y'all don't know, a lot of people just know podcast Joe Budden. They don't know mood music Joe Budden. They don't know beefing with,
especially those in Nico era and stuff. Yeah,
this and everybody in the game. He went it.
G-Unit,
everybody it don't even matter.
Guys before they became his guys Royce and stuff.
Yeah, Royce, Saigon, everybody he was just beef with every game.
Before he became a grumpy old man, Joe,
and he didn't care.
Joe used to go ham,
and bar for bar, you can't.
He can still go ham now.
And he can still go ham
he's
now.
Just
he went at Drake. Remember, he dropped the back-to-back joint. He tried to do back-to-back Drake ass, and Drake ain't even respond.
Nah,
so he just stopped. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go back to my podcast.
Leave that alone.
Drake get busy, but Drake is so strategic.
All right, 4.
He's a chess player.
I'm gonna say Cam. Waiting on Purple Haze 2.
Great pick.
Right now. Cam's legendary, man. Cam is is just bar for bar. Just he's a kooky dude as far as just like the wordplay, but it's cool. Like, and he been that way this whole time. It's like he's still like giving to you like 100%. And fifth, I would say Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel is one of my personal favorites.
Bang Siegel Street Gang.
One of the most underrated rappers ever. Like he gave Rockefeller that toughness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just Jay Bleak.
The muscle.
Yeah, it was the muscle. When State P came over there and then they started dissing Jada and them and all Rough Riders, that was legendary. G, like Beans ain't backing down for nobody.
That was a legendary era, and I think we're gonna have an episode that kind of like breaks down that beef era.
He can back it up just like
for
Buttons.
Like our older heads. We get
so
to,
yeah, I would feel like those are my five.
That's a great five. I'm gonna give you my five, and then we're gonna pass it to you, Rio. My favorite five, as opposed to like who I think is the best five. Esco is number one. The bars, the talent. The wave. He changed the game from a fashion perspective. He changed the game from a rapping perspective. The way an album sounds, concept albums. Esco is just my favorite, man. Number two, Jay. Easily. Jay's on everybody's list. Everybody knows why. The lyrics, everything he's done with rap, outside of rap. Jay, we know what Jigga's about. Fab is number three. I feel like Fab is a mix of Nas and Jay. Fab's longevity. He doesn't get enough credit for his longevity or whatever. It's like Fab hasn't aged at all.
It's 20 years. It'd be 20 years.
He's like the Benjamin Button of rap or whatever.
Yeah.
He's been fired from Ghetto Fabulous to now with Summer Shootout 3. Quotables, swag, everything, man. Fab is a legend. Right. He's definitely one of my favorites. Makes very relatable music. 4 is Tip. I got to go with T.I., man.
Tip, yeah.
Like that.
Urban Legend. I was a big fan of trap music, of course, but after trap music, Urban Legend is easily my favorite T.I. album. But T.I. was on a roll. He had The King after that. Then he had the T.I. versus T.I.P. joint.
Paper Trail was one of my favorite T.I. joints.
Then he had Paper Trail right after T.I. versus T.I.P.
Yeah, because he had that case going on, and he still made it
but
cold.
Tip is just phenomenal, man. He's got so many memorable verses, great merges with certain producers or whatever. Him and Kanye on Do My Job. Him and Toop all over that Urban Legend album. Man, T.I. is T.I., man. And my fifth one is Killer Cam. Killer Cam. Do I even gotta say much, man? Cam changed the game, fashion style,
he had
with the dips,
wearing
all
pink,
that. The albums.
Any shade of niggas wearing pink, every shade.
And you know what's people don't give Cam enough credit for how talented he was before he did the Rockefeller situation. SDE and Confessions of Fire were really great albums.
Really good, yeah.
So that's definitely my top 5.
Him and Mace was still cool.
We gonna roll into my top 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
Top 5 is Nas. I mean, they spoke on pretty much what he went to the game. Visionary bars, stories, wit, you know what it is already.
Facts.
Jay. You know, Jay had that bag talk. Jay was like the first dude to be like, you know, I got bars, but I hustle. But I'm fly. Too, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like all that. He had the bouncy flow. So you got Jay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Cole third. I think Cole is one of those guys that he's able to relate to a lot of people, but still also stay in the lane where it's like he's lyrical and he still got bars and flow. So I got Cole. Fourth, I'm going to go probably Redman.
That's a great pick because he just missed mine.
Reggie
is one of my favorites.
Reggie is, man, he's up there. Like, you know, if you want to talk about painting like a picture, and I'm going to suggest a couple albums for y'all like in the middle of his career because the beginning was dope too. But check out Muddy Waters and Doc's the Name. I think them 2 albums, just
crazy.
Out of control. Like, and Eric Sermon on the beat, so I'll check that out, man. He's real nice. Yeah. And fifth, this fifth's a struggle for me because there's so many dudes, but Styles P, man. Styles is like the quintessential.
That ain't no problem.
He the quintessential grimy dude, but he's the grimy dude that make you think why he doing the grimy shit. Yeah. So you like, Styles are like get on some tough shit, but Styles will tell you to hit the juice bar too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why he's a
Styles is
perfect balance of
your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
yes, basically, for sure.
All right. I got a serious question. Now, one thing about 1995 is that it's not just about music or sports or whatever, but it's also about fashion, sneakers. That drip is definitely important when it comes to this.
Always.
As far as like, who are the waviest rappers in the game that were like style changes that affected everybody? Who is like your five, like your waviest? Who you think changed the game?
Five waviest.
Change like trendsetters.
Was just
change the game.
Of course, Fab. Like Fab. Remember, he was doing the jerseys. So like he had Bayside jerseys, he had Sunset Park jerseys.
Yeah.
Like, and right now I feel like it's a little up and down right now for Fab, but overall, Fab is like one of the dopest as far as like stylish dudes that's out there. Jay changed the game. Jay had motherfuckers wearing button ups. Jay is the reason we wear button ups right now. And
that's facts.
Right. Facts. I swear, bro, and what was it, Change Codes video? He had
a lot. He had a lot of people in college like looking crazy as hell with those pinstripe shirts.
The pinstripe
and the fucking Yankee hat.
And he had the Scully with the brim on.
I was in a club
you ain't seen
looking
them?
at like dudes trying to look like him and Kanye at the same time. Like,
you ain't seen the Scully with the brim on if you went to the beauty supply store. Like they was
I'm in there still with Mitchell and Ness.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but as soon as Jay had them, they sold out.
But yeah.
But Jay's a trendsetter.
Jay definitely affected. Yeah. Three more. Give me three more.
As far as fashion,
give me two or three more.
Let me see. I want to probably Ross. Ross is a mix, I feel, of classy. You know what I'm saying?
Because he be talking that big shit.
He be like like
talking that, like Celine bags for a shorty. He be talking like big bags, bags for your bitch, and
silk shirts, and no socks, loafers,
Lambos,
but then he'll switch
and all
it
type
up.
of like big investments. Yeah.
Then he'll switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts.
Put on like Ross is a
swag
slick dude.
Fucking guy.
Ross is a slick dude, and then the weight loss and like he out here like.
I love when you talking that bullshit. Like,
and he dressed like one.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like another one, as far as like a smooth dude. Shit, just overall, I'd probably say Diddy. Just off the strength.
That's interesting.
Just off the strength of just.
Because I didn't even think of Diddy.
Diddy, like I don't see Diddy as
he done had in his wave.
I don't see Diddy as
Absolutely.
a sneaker dude. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see Diddy, I see him in suits and you know what I'm saying, just real classy, real chic. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole different category, but it's still fashion.
Yeah.
So I put Diddy up there.
Yeah, you got 5 Rio. Go ahead.
Yeah, my 5 real quick, man. I got Cam. Well, I'm gonna say the Dipset movement, because I think the whole movement,
we're gonna get to that.
Whole movement changed, like especially during the early 2000s and moving forward. You know, you had the Chicago, we got the Pelly, so they just took a spin off that. They had the big leathers with the rhinestones in it and all that.
Go uptown to Harlem, man.
On it.
The motherfuckers be pellied out just like the West Side.
See what I'm saying? With the bird on it and shit. So I'm gonna go with the Dipset movement. I'm gonna include everybody in there, and you got I like the Ross pick. I think Ross made it fashionable for the bigger guys to walk around with their shirts all open, the chains swinging, big beard shit.
Him and Joe.
You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Fat Joe too. Shout out to Fat Joe.
Big fly brothers.
Joe. You know they
made fly wavy as shit.
They made it wavy as hell. Like,
hell yeah. And Pun. Hell yeah.
And Pun, yeah, for sure. Rest in peace, Pun.
Facts.
Also, I think I want to go with ASAP Rocky, man. And the reason why I say ASAP Rocky, man,
ASAP be doing.
Rocky transitions into so many different outfits.
It's a little off right now,
but
man, Rocky done been firing other times.
Rocky, yeah.
We just need him to get back to it.
We need to get back to his thing, you know what I'm saying? So Rocky for sure. Let me see. I want to say Jay always as a staple.
Yeah.
Because Jay, everything that Jay does, I think everybody pretty much takes a liking to. Like, all right, I see Jay doing this. Let me check this out. Let me do this. Let me do that. Mm-hmm. And so, I definitely picked Jay. And one guy that people sleep on, and he a legend too.
Yeah.
I never seen Nas wear a whack fit, man.
No, I'm not.
So I'm gonna go with Nas. Nas was able to, wear the sweatsuits, the joggers, and one minute he had a suit on with the, the lapel.
Hell yeah.
The next minute he got the Timbs on, and he flipping the Jordans with it and shit. So
Nas
and he
had
keep the
like-
crisp fade, like Nas fade always crisp.
Nas had like a
Nas probably had the best line of all time.
So,
in the game.
in the
I'm
game.
not putting Nas up.
So
Nas
that's
had
my
a
five.
leather Nike suit on like 2 nights ago. Like I'm not putting.
Come on, man. He's
This
still
shit was
influencing
that
the
Esco
shit was
45.
embroidered.
He's still,
Esco 45.
he's still
Embroidered.
shutting
Transitioning,
He's still
man.
shutting 20 yards down.
It was like blue stitch.
I think the
and Nike.
waviest cats of all time. Changed the game. Fashion influencers and hip hop. You got to go with LL first and foremost. He was kind of like an extension of the whole Run DMC thing, just the whole Queens vibe or whatever. But LL took it to another level, and then he transitions into other eras or whatever. Still backseat in my Jeep. Still remember the Cookies in the Plastic
Shirts
Bag
off and shit.
video.
Yeah.
Naked and shit.
The pants leg up. remember?
Right,
One
the
pants
coupe that
leg
broke
up
down, just everything.
in the
man.
house.
LL, right. LL 1, 2, Esco.
Facts.
Esco bought that whole like vibe or whatever, just the army jacket line and
Army
joints or
jacket
whatever.
line. On the island.
Yeah, just the whole laid back shit. His whole vibe and belly. We already know like
That's one of my favorites.
facts.
Easy.
Esco, the color block shit, the Helly Hansen joints, the Tommy joints, the whole naughty era and
He was
shit.
real New York. Yeah,
Facts.
he was real New York.
3, Pac. And let me say why Pac a fashion like a fucking like a drip legend. Cause real shit, Pac, when he first was like really getting going, he had that whole East Coast vibe. You look at the Brenda's Got a Baby video and whatever, the jacket. Remember him spitting on camera with the Detroit Red Wings joint? Pac had a whole different type of vibe. Then he got out, he went to the West Coast, he kind of smoothed it up.
Ballies and silks.
The Ballies and Silks, like,
fucking
hey,
leather
well, guess what
vest.
though? He was still drippy through the
He
whole
was dripped out.
scenario.
He was drippy.
Leather
Like
vest
Pac
and
like
bandanas.
went like from here to here and was like, I embody both. That's fire to me. Then you got
True.
I gotta go with 4, Dipset. Just
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Everything.
Dipset
Like,
did in high school.
just
like,
everything.
They brought
Down to the
this shit
lingo.
out. Exactly. With the they had all the pellies. They had the shoes, jeans. Like
Yeah.
everybody, like they brought that wave and
everything.
it was like a new sound
like bandanas
and a new
back,
wave.
like bandanas like got big again.
Exactly.
Bandanas
Right.
all like that,
Colors and
except for
shit.
the like in the 90s and shit.
Pink, like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like Cameron had motherfuckers.
The canary yellow
had
and
people
shit.
out here
Dipset.
selling pink.
And number 5, I gotta go with 5. I gotta go with Future. Future. Future one of the drippiest of all time. He one of the adults. He one of the adults. That's
Yeah,
facts.
Future
like
be-
and Future shit done
Yeah.
changed. Future always like grew with that shit or whatever. You look at him back in astronaut status days or whatever, right?
Yeah, looking at
He was
that.
drippy back then, back on the cover, whatever, with the vest and all that or whatever. That was perfect that time frame. Then you go and you transition, whatever. Future and then carried it on or whatever. So yeah, I think that's my 5.
that's a good 5.
Before we get out of here, whatever, everybody suggests one up and comer to look for. You got 2 up and comers to look for 2020. That's gonna blow.
For 2020, that I hope's gonna blow. That I've been listening to. Larry June.
Damn.
Larry June, California rapper. If you up on Dom Kennedy,
From the Bay.
From the Bay, he's another California rapper. He sounds just like, almost identical to Dom Kennedy, but I feel like it's just a little better. You know what I'm saying? Like the beats is better, the subject matter is better. He doesn't stay in like one lane. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Dom songs sound the same, but like he bounces from different beats.
Yeah.
He be up tempo, down tempo.
He does a lot with Cardo.
but
Cardo
it's-
got Wangs too.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Carter
they got a
yeah.
chemistry that's ridiculous. And you know, Cardo done mess with Larry a lot. He done mess with Wiz a lot. He has that type of that stoner vibe or whatever currency.
Yeah.
He fits them perfectly. So he's like, yeah, that Larry June sound is very fire.
Yeah,
Rio, give me one real
Yeah,
quick.
right.
I'll give you one real quick, man. Just check out Nick Grant, man. I think
Yeah,
Nick Grant
Detroit's finest.
got so many bars, and it's just a matter of time before
He should have
he
been
put
on,
it together
like, probably 2
because
years.
he's super nice. Like, check him out, man. Nick Grant for real, for real. What you got, Mike?
Nick Grant, that's a great choice or whatever. He kind of reminds me of like Elzai Jr. or whatever.
Facts.
My up and comer rapper MC to look out for 2020 is Lil Soldier out of 205, Birmingham, Alabama. He dropped a couple of mixtapes in 2019. Fire. Sonically, he sounds like something fucking different. And I like the way it sounds or whatever. And it's got a lot of features, got a lot of buzz in the South, but look out for him in 2020. Look up for him. Real shit. Lil Soldier. All right, so there we got it again, 1995, the podcast. Hip Hop episode part 1. We will have a part 2 coming soon as well. And I want you guys to look out for the ladies' first episode that is coming up very soon. It's going to be dropping in about 2 weeks. So be looking out for that. I'll keep you guys posted at my Instagram, at scootertheguy.com, and also my Twitter, at mikeluciano.com. And just always remember, it's 95 to infinity. We out.
We out. Peace.
95 to infinity.
95.